Hello YouTube, the Eye of Stone here. We are continuing the Let's Play Penumbra Overture. Okay, I will have to basically make reference back to this one several times to get this thing fired up and running. It's not going to be easy to do. In short, we have a generator to repair. This thing's huge, must be about 3.5 megawatts, but it's pretty old. Certainly enough to light a few bulbs, though. Yeah, 3.5 megawatts is a lot of power. Stick your arm in there. But by all means, wait till it's running before you do. Some kind of protective screen, maybe. I wonder what it protected them from. Well, high voltage. Hey, look, a pit. Hey, look, a box. Generator spare parts. That was breakable. And if we want to get back out of there again, for the break of it, I think. Those walls seem pretty uniform to me, but okay. Aha ha. It's not welded no more. Down we go, just like in real life. Hey everybody, look, it's my career. It's my employment situation. Isn't it exciting? There's disembodied voices everywhere. There's just a wisp of the old First Nations myths hanging around this game. I mean, we basically know what we're in for, but maybe it was evil spirits. No, we should not be, because one of these is going to go pop on us. Alright, we can do that. Now, I don't think we can actually... I don't think we can actually realize that those fuses let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, secondary flow. That would be this one. Gotta get the order right, after all. Cooling system. Well, you're sort of guessing. That's oil. one. And then grease. That should be it. Okay, we get it already. Go find some fuses. At least I got the order right. For the moment, we are safe from the Pucha Hall. Maximilian, calm down. Isn't this a sunny, happy place to be? Alright. Huh. Gonna clean the place up. Aha. Just like in Thief. Well, almost. I put my fingers to the keyboard. I need to have... Will you take it already? Gee. Just look at it. Well, that's the basic idea anyway. So, a simple Morse code message. We are going to be attempting to retrieve a simple numeric code from that. So, I'm going to get pen and paper handy because I don't memorize stuff like that. We're going to have to listen to the radio that is broadcasting it in a minute here. I just want to be ready for it when the time comes. One thing at a time. Finish what you start. Alright, secondary coolant system. Vent the steam. Get the grease flowing. Primary Roman numeral 1. I turn, therefore I am. Restored power. To the mine. Kind of an unfriendly place, isn't it? That noise, for some reason, I really don't like it. I've got to get a grip. Boys, I'd come have a word with you myself, but I've got more important things to do than piss about making sure you're all doing your jobs properly. Now, I know there's a certain amount of camaraderie between you lot, playing pranks and jokes on each other. It comes with the territory, and that's fine, so long as you don't add me to your list. God knows you need something to keep you entertained down here. However, you all know full well that Penrose has some very deep-seated issues with his height, so anyone who thought it would be a good idea to sabotage his generator, then hide all the spare fuses on the top shelf of the storeroom, would quite clearly need his head examined. You get me? In other news, Jones, I want that inventory done yesterday, and the rest of you, it's not all fun and games, you hear? On a serious note, another radio's gone missing, and you'd better hope to God that means one of you's lost it, because stealing ain't a pretty word in my book. It's the third one this month, which means the amnesty on coming clean is fast coming to a close. Then there'll be repercussions. Got it? What's strange is you're all supposed to be working in pairs, so nobody should be able to get their hands on a radio without the others spotting it. When I find out who's responsible, I'm going to find out how they got away with it so long. Then I'm going to fling them out into the snow and leave them there. They'll just disappear into the night, just like all those radios. Harvard, lead foreman, lead mine foreman. I like Harvard. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Gonna have to get the notes out. I think I got it. I just want to let's do it one more time. Yep, okay. Alright, you are pissing me off. Jesus. What does it take to get rid of that stupid text? Shut the whole friggin' game down. Just to... And because I've played this game so long, that even looks like the right combination. Basically, it's it is 0283, I believe. I know it has a 0 and a 2. We're not far off.
Good day, can you hear me? Well, I hope that your ears are working better than your tongue, so that you might use them to listen to my words. You have turned on the light at the end, beginning and middle of the tunnel, but some things remain shrouded in darkness. My Morrissey message I hope has helped, but what you need now is through the wall hole to the right of the fence. Go now, there is no time to explain. Well, in fact, time is one of the few things we have in abundance down here. What surprises are spoiled by such catty curiosity.
Okay, I messed that up royally. So now I'm going to have to switch. Let's see. Shouldn't actually have to try to listen to it again. It should be a simple matter of just swapping the values. Let's see. That would then be 5. That would then be 7. And this would be 3. That would be 8. Let's try this. Try 5, 7, 3, 8. sounding like a nice, wonderful brawl between a huge maw of carnivorous vertebrate predator teeth and a wonderful chunk of sharpened tool steel. It's a classic. What do we got here? Yeah, but it's not going to be nearly that simple. Not going to be nearly that simple. We're going to end up needing to go that way. Anyway, let's see. Doesn't really seem like that's on the menu at the moment. Oh. Keep forgetting. Can't interact if you've got your weapon out.
My memory is like something with a great many small holes. We shall be needing to perform some minor demolition work so that we might one day meet again. For this task, we shall require the use of a large, earth-eating metal monster, and that monster is thirsty for juice from the place where things are kept. By the way, you can call me Red. It's not my name, you understand, but I am sure you will agree it is a name rather similar to a cardigan. Fetching when worn correctly.
Over here. Come on. Very much yeah, there's not going to be any fighting that when it comes. Boy. Whew. It's a shame. I'm very much a dog person, but the pooch here in Penumbra is not exactly a dog. Memory serves. That was fun, and also entirely useless. Thought for sure that I would have blown the fence to scrap, but I guess not. Oops. Okay. Now... Ooh. Another one? I just want to solve puzzles in peace. It's gonna take me long enough to do that anyway. You might as well enjoy being able to fight in Penumbra when you can. Because when we get to the infected, it's not gonna be like this. Shit. Just trying to push it out from under me, that's smart. Okay. Now maybe we can make some actual headway. Lots of these around, yes. Well, it's a mine. Shed. Yes, but what do we need? Won't be the last time we have one of these. What we got here? Okay. Report 66B Phase 9 Anno 9002 Anno Domini 1992 filed by Chief Attending Xeno Officer for the eyes of the leading installation officer only. Leader. Unlike the other findings, 66B appears to be of manufactured rather than natural origin, and so warrants additional interest and, need I say, security. The bulk of Substance 63 was discovered only 6 yards from where Artifact 66B was buried, and appears, at least in part, to consist of a solidified form of 63, with a number of operable appendages. The artifact emits a low level of light from a seemingly inexhaustible energy supply, suggesting its origin is indeed as was suspected. Of course, the ramifications of this fact are clear, and appropriate measures are already being taken. Progress in becoming enlightened as to the purpose of the device, if indeed it served a purpose in the traditional sense at all, has been slow. Following protocol to the letter, I assigned my secondary officer to the artifact on Phase 7, only for him to go missing the following day. He eventually returned to the site from a previously uncharted area of the mines, presumably having discovered a new route, avoiding the cave-ins. At this stage, we can only assume what transpired since he remains in a state of disorientation. Far be it from me to question the decisions of the elevated caste, but I am struggling to understand the necessity of conducting standard scientific testing in this case. I, of course, have full faith in the abilities of the research team put together and sent here by my immediate superior. I simply wonder whether their time might be better employed on the main site. Nevertheless, it is comforting to know that the actions of every member of the organization are carefully choreographed and controlled by those far outranking myself, both in stature and wisdom. And with this in mind, I feel fully justified in filling an official request for further manpower. We have already lost a number of workers to unforeseen events, largely while engaging in the studies mentioned earlier, and further investigation of the area calls for volunteers to carry out tasks altogether too hazardous in nature to risk the well-being of more elevated organization members. particular, the tunnel system above the secondary site requires immediate cartography. Whatever was going on here, it wasn't just mining. Maybe at one point this was a mine, but it's been something else since then. Hasn't been a mine in a long while. That saw will get us through that that blocked area. Storage.
Those holes in my mind are increasingly gaping. You cannot breach the inner sanctum of the place of storing. The entryway is blocked. So what if the squashy material between my ears is squashier than most? I may not be perfect like a hanging picture, but my words are wise and backed up by time. A pox on both your brain cells. Try as I may, you must think that I deceive you with my admittingly cunning ways. As far as my eye has seen, our rocky grave extends, and yet you cast away my help like you would a puppy, freshly rolled in its own feces. I hope that your warped sense of morality is better company than I, because now it is all you have left.
Okay. Whatever, dude.
I'm sorry. Sometimes my emotions are like a disobedient pet. Uncontrollable and often rolling in shit. Better safe than sorry, they say. But I think we are both sorrier than we are safe. A tunnel lies between a nearby watery cave and the place where things are kept. Take the second right from the closed door, and you will find what you seek.
Alrighty then. Boy. 3 minutes like this system sure it doesn't much. We're getting deep. Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll get ourselves up there. Looks like some kind of excavation, although not like any mine operation I've ever seen. I don't know where that mist is coming from, but I don't fancy getting any closer to find out. I don't see any xenomorph eggs. Test substance continues to defy identification. Both the chemical and xeno investigations fail to produce meaningful results. Testing continues. Bromine test normal, pH 5. Acid, amide test negative. Ammonia, NH3, that's nitric acid. NH3 is nitric acid, negative, unreactive. Hydrochloric acid solution, negative for sulfate, sulfide, and chlorate ions. Test 106, standard hallucinogenics, mild intoxicant. Tests abandoned due to most test subjects suffering massive internal hemorrhaging within 1 to 2 hours. Test 107, positive negative metal cations, incomplete. Human hallucinogenics, incomplete. Testing of the gaseous fog has been considerably more successful. It appears to be a harmless blend of sulfur, chlorine, and aromatic amine, which gives it the floating visual effect. Please note that harmless here is used in the xenochemical sense. It is harmless insofar as we have identified it, and so can take necessary safety measures. If directly ingested, it would naturally be lethal. Potassium dichromate paper, positive for sulfur. Litmus test, negative for all but chlorine. hydrochloric acid solution, positive for aromatic amine. Work continues on the issue of transporting the substance. So far, removing it from its dormant location causes its base state to radically change, producing massive heat, to the detriment of 3 workers, one of whom is no longer operational due to his injuries. Following heat dissipation, the substance appears to turn dead, unreactive to every test we have the equipment to run. The prevailing theory is that somehow the disruption of the material causes it to enter hugely accelerated chemical decay. We estimate its half-life to be approximately 0.4 seconds. But the man, still clutching, still looking for what? Before him lies metal, jutting awkward from earth. A hatch, a portal, a hole, a door. Unfamiliar text. Who are these figures huddled around? What secrets are hidden behind the faces of men? Go to a porno store. You'll find out. I felt something that time that I didn't feel before, but I'm sure it's always been there. It's as if a small part of me is still trapped inside the artifact. Well, that's great. The draft coming from the dank-looking hole up there. All the same, it's hardly inviting. In fact, it is the complete opposite. Yeah, well, we're going. Deal with it. That noise, whatever it is. Come on. Push. Muscle man. It's not all about poindextery. All right. Okay. Hopefully that will have saved. Okay, now this is like an unplayably scary part of the game because you have spiders chasing you. And I've got no choice but to move on. Whatever's made this tunnel its home clearly made it unstable as well. Of course, I have no chance of killing all 5 of those and not dying myself. I was a lot younger, this level used to scare me a lot more than it does. I wonder though. If it were possible to kill them all one at a time, that might be worth doing. But might not actually be worth it. Oh shit. So you have to move that boulder. I don't know if it's really worth it to block any boulders.
Now you should find yourself in the watery cave of conversation space, with a tunnel above you from times ahead. In this tunnel, for both our sakes, be careful, not curious. I have already spoken to you about the cat, and repeating myself is not only out of the question, but out of the window and climbing down the guttering. There are spiders in the tunnels that love to suck on the humid fluids, so do not disturb the walls. They are fragile like a china vase in the hooves of the bull.
That sequence used to be very hard to complete, almost impossible.
There should be some insect repellent in that red and white cross box in that room, just in case those spiders found your flesh delicious. How does my brain flesh know your fluids are leaking? Because the red tricked you! The spidery tunnel was far from a necessary evil. More so, it served as a well-deserved punishment. You thought my mind had been lost to the ravages of time, but poetic justice has struck with a sonnet and an 8-legged baptism of fire. With justice now served cold, I hope that we can be good friends. Now reclaim the key and go juice, and find a way to the mining monster.
Gasoline. Or diesel. More likely. Either it's blocked or something's blocking. Either it's locked or something's blocking the door. Lots of equipment, but useless. I wonder though. Okay, we could leave, but this whole installation is just falling apart. Yeah. Alright, oh. Alright, we're gonna need that later. How many of these do I have? Okay, this one's not useful. Can't be So this isn't a movement puzzle. No chance. Greenland myth. Inuit mythology, Christian foresight, first published 1903. Over the past 100 years, our people has seen something of a religious revelation. The Kla'alit, the Inuit in general, might be said to have seen the error of our ways, and Christianity has become increasingly embraced throughout the Arctic communities. It is the purpose of this paper to explore the true roots of our long-held beliefs and to uncover how they might be justified today in our newfound enlightenment. As such, this essay will be the first I have written in English as opposed to our native Kalawak. I don't know. Let's see, the Anir-Nit. It is no coincidence that the word Anirnak bears resemblance to the English word angel. The Anir-Nit are the Inuit equivalent of the soul, an undying entity released in the death of its worldly body. The concept itself is obviously well grounded in decent Christian belief. However, previous thought has been blasphemous to the extent that souls are attributed to all beings, man or beast. To claim such a thing would be to imply that the killing of a beast for food is the same as the murder of your fellow man, and such a belief simply cannot be held, the civilized Inuit. The Turn Gate. Legends speak of disembodied spirits, malicious in nature, sabotaging tools, turning hunts bad, and at times even possessing the weak or unfortunate. Turn Gak appears to have no recognized or agreed origin, both in terms of the legend itself and the individual being, causing great doubt to be entirely justifiable. Can we, in our Christian foresight, really believe in possessions and evil spirits? It seems perfectly clear to this writer that the real origin of the Turn Gate belief lies in the Christian demon. For as we are taught by the generous and selfless Moravian Church, without whose support our people would no doubt have starved many years ago, the demon is capable of possession and of countless other atrocities which only the good Christian man can avoid through a lifetime of humility and devotion. Dude, that just makes you more delicious to the Turn Gate. And Angakuit. With the conclusions reached above, the status of the cherished Angakuk, the tribe shaman, should be obvious. Such people are in league with the Turn Gate demons, working side by side to control and contain the Inuit people. We have no need for such superstition and suspicion breeding in our Christian ways. The Protestant priest can perform all the duties and more besides. Jerk. He's a jerk. Co-opted collaborator. I suppose I can trust these things a bit more. I'm not dead yet. Still, they must have a purpose. What could it be? Well, I don't know, Philip. You're the scientist. Just because you've done it a bunch of times hardly seems in and of itself like a reason to trust them more, but what do I know? Fact is, we're going to do it because it saves my game. And if you think I'm doing this over again unnecessarily, we've got something else coming. Ooh, that was spooky. Anybody home? I don't think. Nope. Ow. Boy. But they really don't want you going in there, do they? stay. Now, I do wonder though, we didn't even come all, we didn't even come in here yet. Seriously. According to Red, I should find a can of gasoline as well. It should be somewhere around here. Alright. Now, this right here is the highest point in the room. So, we want to make it even higher. We want to be able to, you know, get up there. Okay. We'll worry about that in a minute. Whoa, now. Let's let that come to a stop a little bit. No, not quite. Let's try something like that. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Something scary about to happen. I have the gasoline. Now I have to. It's like there was probably a valve somewhere. There's the fuel. acid, but we're screwed. Looks like there'll be more poochaholism to deal with. Shoot. Good try. At least you're getting smart. I didn't think they were smart enough to try that. It's a big hole in my plan here. A big vulnerability. Never seen one of the Poochahals do that before. He actually came all the way up here and did a attack and actually scored a hit. Very impressive. Is there anything else here though? I don't want to rush too much. Let's see, log secondary excavation site B, beginning phase 338, Anno 9000, Anno Domini 1990. Let's see. If you need to pause to read, go ahead and do so. I'm just gonna skim this. I pretty much remember this one. fauna. Sound more like laughing, huh? Alright, so that's where we're trying to go, basically. But let's explore. That's gonna take us out back where we were. Okay, there really is nothing here. This is just ambiance. Okay, this area must be the access point further to the mine. This isn't a difficult puzzle, we just have to do it. And that's quite a machine. It doesn't look any more industrial size. It doesn't come any more industrial size than that. Those teeth in front look pretty sharp. The whole thing just looks mean. It's got a job to do. Friend might say, drink, you thirsty beast.
You seek to find the truth behind all this mystery, and think it will set you free. But truth is relative, and relatives cannot be trusted to bring good gifts. What you seek lies in the shafts beyond this collapsing of the sky, and if you look closely, so do I. A century of days has passed since I saw this area last. The diseased ones sought to kill poor Red, but I took them on a wild poultry chase. They ended dead. They came from out the big metal door, but after all my years I knew the cave's door. Hide and seek turned to seek and hide, and I buried them here beneath the solid rock sky.
Well, good. I'd probably just have bopped them with this. Out the door rises something vast, something terrible. It strikes a man, knocking him down, and those standing by him wither into the darkness, screaming, begin. Wait a minute, screaming beggings? Still father looks on. Screaming begins. I don't know. Is he bringing this, Father? What have you done? And called Howard did something mean. Oh, duh. Let's just total it. guided like a blind man by a faceless stranger whose sanity was clearly waning. Disposition unknown. For all I knew, this red didn't even have a disposition to speak of, just a seething mass of conflicting emotions. I knew that my radio-reliant friend must have been cocooned nearby, and perhaps in finding him I would find myself one step closer to understanding what was going on. In just a couple of hours I would find what I was looking for, and with it would come answers. I didn't realize at the time what the answers I found would be for questions I hadn't even asked. Okay, that's not good. Calm before the storm. It's like an opening into hell. I've never been down this far before. I don't know. Ooh, that's not good. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Not good. What? How? That thing was huge. Yeah. I'll say it was. Came through here like a steamroller. How many of them could there be down here? Too many. Door's still tight. There's no handle. How is it operated? Be my imagination, but almost feels like there's a war mirror coming from down there. Well, go down far enough, there would be. Might not want to breathe it though. Okay, now this is gonna be tricky. Those eggs, you know. What I need to do is I need to see if there's any of them open already. Boy, yes. A lot of them. Shit. Attacking that nest might break all of them out. So... Files are getting newer as I move deeper into the mines. Most of these are dated from 1965. Strange, nothing more recent than 1970. Thule. That's from the air base, the Air Force base up in Greenland. the U.S. Air Force base up here. Thule Air Base. Air Force Base. It's a big... I don't want to know whether that stains oil or blood, but I have my suspicions. Run. Mission accomplished.
With my remaining ear to the ground, I hear your trembling Tootsies padding towards their final destination. Things come to those that wait, whether they want them or not, and soon I think your wait will be over. The great metal door in reality is calling you, just as the Reaper beckons me forward. I look forward to finally greeting you. I only hope I need not greet the Reaper man first.
I don't want to go back that way. Alright, now we have to hide because we don't have anything to stand on right now. These are too tall. I can't get up on those. So different strategy is necessary. Might be able to bring, like, this one, possibly. Let's... Yeah, now, I remember getting into this one. It was a big pain. Hopefully I won't get stuck on whatever it was I got stuck on last time, though. Anything? It's almost too nice to be down here. Rather incongruous. I'm sure. Great. What I really need is another Persona TARDIS. Got a lot of progress to save. Alright. Watch out for the pooches. They have the upper hand for the moment. Try to figure out how to get around them. I don't want to have to drag a box all the way up here. Shit. think. Shaft 13. Well, that's a lucky number. Creepy. Well, sure sounds pretty regular. Yuck. Let's not do that again, hey? Great. Oh boy. More spidery combat. Yay. Get up. Hopefully that will be the last of the spiders. I can definitely live without them. Miner's hat. There's boots. Out of the way. Here. Yeah, it might be possible to do something with that. Pipes are dry, the whole place is dead. Water that's collected is a shade of browner than it should be. Cave in. Might have been a route to the surface. Let's see, 24th February 1972. May oil service. Test. some guys just started acting weird. Not crazy weird, but not normal. Chemical storage. Something to this sheet to make it reveal the codes. Let's not forget to check everywhere for goodies. Ooh, hello.
Unless my friends lie somewhere near you now. A friend in need is a friend indeed. But a friend that's dead is a poor conversationalist. May they rest in pieces, ruptured and decomposing pieces.
Oh, indeed. Alright, that's nothing I need. Except this isn't going to fit through the door, right? I needed to have kept better track of that. tried to humanely blow him to bits. I think if that TNT had actually done anything, he wouldn't have felt much. But instead, we had to slug it out. I haven't been to Shaft... No, this is Shaft 12. You have not been yet. Must be locked. I need one of these. Forge shut. Never opening it. How do you forge something shut? You could weld it shut, but forging it shut? Dogs are beginning to get on my nerves. Enjoy doing that, but these pooches keep getting in my way, and solving this like MacGyver just isn't working. Uh-oh. Nothing could go wrong here. This must be the hub. All the rock. That's going to be fine. These pistons could crush every bone in my body.
engraving etched in the back of my mind can compare to the sight you must be seeing. Now power has returned. I wish I could be there with you, but circumstances do not allow for such frivolities. Maybe soon there is something you can do about that. But tell me, are there other melted conveyances now churning in the rock room? I think I know what they mean. It is some kind of heaven or utopia.
Came through here. I'd rather believe it was a standard corrosion, but I doubt it. Now, how are we going to do this? Yeah, that's how to do. Stand under that. This is my companion cube, except it's not a companion cube, it's a companion motor. Doesn't sound good.
We are now such good and lasting friends. I have gifted you with my love. Perhaps you could gift me with something. After all, the laws of politeness would be shattered if you were to appear at my party without a gift. Poor Red is so hungry. He could eat both the horse and the young, rippling stable hand. Sadly, pony flesh is so hard to come by in these parts, and man meat is just so bland. If your eyes happened upon a scurrying rodent, would you deliver the crunchy feast by way of a final meal?
Clearly something's very wrong with him. Oh, this favorite thing. This is the only really hard puzzle in this game. Alright, let's see. Gotta get it right. We're talking 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I have to do is I have to sketch out a grid that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 5 and 6. And so what we need to do is we need to keep track of which square is going to keep me alive and which square is going to make me dead. And I also need to remember that 3, 4 to the left is the pipe, so that's going to be in the way, and that the exit is going to be over here, and then the entrance is going to be over here. Okay. So, have my little map. You have to watch. That time I made it to the third square. That's not how you do it. That time I made it to square 7. Nope. Situations where, let's see, 4 and 5, 7 and 8 are doubles. Ugh, thank goodness. As Garrett always used to say, let's not try that again. rectified. Now I wonder. Come on. Okay, it does not want to let me. That would have been a fun ride. This had been boarded up. Really didn't want someone getting in here even before everything went to hell. That's nice. Touch it, why don't you? See, I don't know if I've ever even read this one. KNR Thursday, 1st January 1974. Increased sea traffic causes local concern. Inhabitants of a small village in the relatively desolate northwest have been reporting witnessing uncharacteristically large volumes of seaborne traffic over the past 6 months. Northwest Greenland is virtually uninhabited by modern standards, containing just 0.1 persons per square kilometer, 1/3 of the national average. Sea trade has dropped off dramatically since the closure of the northwestern lead and iron mines in March 1972. The mine itself ceased operation due to massive structural failure following an apparently accidental detonation of standard mining explosives, where all 47 workers were soon killed in the blast. Bodies were not recovered. Now locals are complaining of noise pollution caused by a high and steady volume of ships sailing close to shore. Unfortunately, in order for any form of official inquiry to be undertaken, the registration codes of the ships in question must be recorded, and since villagers claim the ships only travel under cover of darkness, this may mark a difficulty for their ongoing quest for justice. Eric Nunat. Huh. Interesting. Nothing. Mesostatistics, chalkboard. They all relate to a large species of annelid. Where have we seen that before? Nothing can go wrong with large species of annelids. Microscope, functional for research purposes, but we've come a long way since these were common. A cohort, a man with no name. It is he who opens this gateway to hell, a grin on his face. He is terrible indeed. He watches the men writhe and turn. Still, Father looks on, something vital in his hand. When I use these things now, I feel as if I'm not the only one. It's getting crowded in there, like I'm just one visitor of many. Strange thing is, they all seem familiar. Images and notes relating to the gray rockworm. This thing is big for an invertebrate. Badly faded, but it looks like a close-up view of some species of annelid. It's locked on the other side, but I think the key's still in the lock. Alright, so, just like it scratches, smoked. It's not good. The debris, I'd say something huge broke into the room not too long ago. There's blood and slime everywhere. Someone was in here. They'd been bricked in. These are the biomedical journals of Dr. Peters, MSc, PhD, completed between the dates 30th March 1969 and 1st January 1972. Northwestern Research Station within the Northwest Iron Mine with the permission of Delta Mining Corporation. Replication of selected extracts left at the disposal of mine foreman. Subject of study, genus Rhycophilia, commonly gray rockworm. Aim: to investigate the abnormal presence of the caddies in the Greenland rock. Method: collection of samples, if indeed they can be identified correctly. Standard series of testing. Observation and dissection. Personal notes: upon arriving at the mining facility, I was immediately stunned by the sheer volume of fauna that finds a way of life down here, despite the conditions. In general, one would assume that species whose natural habitat is past a certain depth would find the intrusion of human activity too great a threat to remain in place. However, almost the exact opposite seems to be the case in this instance. It is curious that certain areas of the mine appear to be entirely without life of any kind, and yet other, deeper areas are teeming, and, were the situation permitting, I would embrace the opportunity to commit further time to the study of these organisms. However, the purpose of my stay here shall continue to be the genus Rhycophilia. Me. Finally, some writing paper. Look at me. Just using up the pages to scrawl down whatever comes into my head. What is this stuff anyway? Some kind of research paper? No matter. It's paper all the same. I can finally record what's been happening down here for, I suppose, about a year now. It must be near the end of 2001 by now. I wonder when Christmas was. No matter. Too tired to write now. We'll rest a little first. Professor. Samples collected. The collection process has been far easier than I anticipated. The setup of the artificial environment for the rockworm went without a hitch, and the specimens themselves are so abundant as to make eating them out far more challenging than containing them. They are all of healthy size, perhaps even beyond recorded size, and I can only assume this is due to some lack of natural predators down here. Specimens are as follows: 3 adults in artificial habitat, 2 larval infants dead. Me. I have been down here 2 days now, was meaning to record events every day, but was too busy securing the area. I've used some supplies from the old mining system to wall myself in here. It seems as safe a place as any, so those things should at least stay put for a little while. To that end, it seems I've had a pretty lucky stumbling here. All this old research is about something similar to what's been hunting me ever since I escaped the shelter 4 days ago. Don't get me wrong, after what they did to me back there, I'd rather be facing anything else, and after almost a year of fighting for our lives, we didn't really stand a chance anyway. I don't know how many are left inside, but this is good. These notes might have some way to fight the things. The rockworms have followed me here. I don't know how they knew I was coming or how they managed to follow me in the dark, but maybe I can work that out now. I found some old newspaper clippings. I guess they're referring to this mine. I had no idea it was so old, so big. I can see now why they built that facility here in the first place. A lot of history buried down here. It worries me, though. We'd been resting all our hopes of rescue on one of the scientists who escaped right near the start of it all. He got out almost as the chaos began, so we figured he might have made it out and brought help. But maybe me and him are due the same fate. I must record what's been going on, give the world the answers it needs so it doesn't fall prey to what's been released down here. But first I need to worry about myself, find a way out of here, and work out how to kill these worm things. Observations. The creatures are indeed larger than has previously been recorded. The juveniles seem to still be growing, far beyond their natural limits, although the adults have now expired. I will watch with interest to see what the lifespan is of this particular subspecies. The worms appear to have 3 senses, as would be validated by previous research: taste, smell, and an extremely sensitive sense of touch, which allows them to detect vibrations in the rock in the same way that the human eyes sense beams of light and process them into spatial images. Natural prey of insects. Their natural prey is insects smaller than themselves, and heaven help those insects because the worm is a vicious and efficient killer. He's wrong. They have no sense of smell. Today I attempted to distract them with a cocoon I found lying on the ground, but to no avail. However, it does seem that they detect movement via vibrations, which would explain how they can see in the dark. Damn, there's almost no way to escape them down here. I'm on their territory now. Lifespan is 3 days and counting. I can still hear them outside the wall. As an extra precaution, I've locked myself up in the smaller study area connected to the main lab room. If they get through that wall, I doubt this door will stop them, but it's better than nothing. Barely. Conclusions. The subspecies is highly adapted for the environment, at least above the surface. Could destroy existing rockworm population, and soon after that the population would grow to size far outstripping its own food supplies. Blah 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 blah. Yourself. Wow. There's writing scroll everywhere. Must be an ultraviolet ink. Definitely the product of a deranged mind news. So. With UV light, some of the text shows up a blank piece of paper. So then, 1371. Let's write that down. For storage. Reading. Let's see. So, he was already dead. It's an artificial habitat. Those things look long dead. I think I know how they felt not being able to get out. There's only one green-blooded, land-dwelling creature big enough to lose this much blood, and I don't see many skink lizards hanging about.
While you hunt for those delicate, melt-in-your-mouth mousy morsels, there are places you should not go, for fear of death. The Reaper lives here, just like you and I. And just like you and I, he must ingest the living flesh of those less fortunate than him. There is a small place that I do not want you to visit, even on your holidays, because it is dark and evil place that I've been. When the darkness has overwhelmed my small decaying mind, Some bad things flowed from my mind and through my pen. The brilliant blue ink itself seemed to turn to blood into my grace. And by the way, should you turn peckish, red is at its finest sautéed with a little engine oil.
Noted. Well, sorry for that long detour while I tried to make sense of that. This is not, you know, uniformly an action game. This is not Halo. This is not Doom. And this is not really even Thief. It's not just solving easy little puzzles either. It's, you know, you do want to invest some time in reading the readings. If it weren't for the fact that I've done this game so many times, I would have done it all of it. Wow.
Uncomfortable here. How far away are you? You cannot be far. I am held captive by a wall of stone in the northeast of the mine. As in any drama, there are many roles to play. You must act the scientist in mixing potions, act the renegade in plots of destruction. On your travels for the tools with which you will fashion my rescue, you may discover the place of my last meal. Be careful. The shiny, solid floor of water is not as solid as it seems. Poor Red was almost swallowed whole. The two foolsy men who plummeted into my domain have long since departed, though not I expect from whence they came. I ate ravenously of biped meat that day, but Red promises feasting only began when the man became pungent, when the stench of life had gone, and only the sweet aroma of decay remained.
Jesus. Time it worked. Except I think it only scared the bejesus out of him. Okay, well, let's
got me far. I am held captive by a wall.
So, I will pick this up next time. Played for a long minute now. We will continue next time, part 3 of Penumbra Overture. See you.